start up the Chevelle. I've got it pretty much put back together, minus a few things like front bumper, but it's ready to run and I want to get it started up. So I've got Jeff from J&M Engines coming up from Denver. He actually was my engine builder and he wanted to be here to get the initial timing and total timing set up. And so he'll be here in about an hour and we're going to fire this thing up. Ready to go. Electrical is done. I even installed a little oil pressure gauge here on the inner fender because on Chevelle SS gauge cluster there is no oil pressure gauge. Instead it's just a red light, a warning light, oil pressure sensor light. So I wanted a gauge, especially for startup. Make sure we get some good oil pressure. Anyway, we're gonna get this thing started up here in a little bit. It's like a nervous kid at Christmas, you know?
Let's disconnect the power wire off the distributor real quick.
Okay.
And let's crank it.
Get some gas up here?
Get some fuel up there, and then let's make sure it's got oil pressure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little ways too.
All right, crank.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Okay, it's got oil pressure. Keep going. It's getting fuel now.
Is it?
All right, Jimmy, we're gonna light this thing off.
All right.
And the throttle, or the idle is set up. You know what we could do? You want to just make a wire, a jumper wire,
Oh, we can do that.
to start it, and we'll run over the battery. Just grab a little spade. Let's just plug it in, and we'll
do that.
Yeah, that way we can get this thing running.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Let's get this thing bumped over. Yeah, I'm having to crank that distributor pretty far in order to get it to run. You have a spark. I'm gonna pull the spark plug in. I want to verify and see, make sure that we're.
You want to plug?
Yeah. Plug wrench. Go. 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 Just a bump. Oh yeah. Okay. We're good there, Jim. Okay,
Close,
now.
huh?
Yeah, here's what we got to do. We're ahead. Let me show you what we're looking for. You see how that's coming up on 50?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn that engine
zero?
clockwise and come up on 0. You let me know when I'm getting close.
All right.
And then we should be good. Okay, here we go.
All right. Okay, you're at 40, 30, 20, and you're almost at 0.
How
Just
close?
a touch. Just right there. Poop.
That's
Almost
good.
just a touch too far, but
Well, that's fine. That'll
All
give
right.
us an idea. Now we need a screwdriver to take that cap off. So we can see where that rotor's at.
okay.
Yeah. So we are on 0 down there?
Yep.
Top dead center. There we go.
All right, I can't. I didn't get this back one here.
Okay, it might be. We can get watch. Oh, okay.
Right at 1.
No, it's this way over here. So,
I have a black line on there that lines up with the base.
okay.
I don't know if you can see it. That looks right.
I was wanting to run. There you go, right there. Yeah, that back one might be a pain. So let's kind of keep an eye. Okay, so it's just ahead of that right there. Okay, that's a reference.
That's about where we had a point
Yeah,
before. But
right there. Just put the plug in. Okay.
So we got our jumper wire on.
Yeah, we're gonna. Let's hook it up. And, okay. Hi, Jim.
Ready?
Yeah, I think we are.
Got your tiny light hooked up.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Again?
Yeah. right, Jim, hit it. I think it's good. Let's drop your distributor in and cut that distributor. Let's shut it down and start it again, and then we'll run the idle up. Thanks, John. Start it again. Okay, Jim. Try it. Oh, cool. Hey. That's because the idle's so high.
Sure.
Man, it'd be nice to get.
Ah.
I wish I brought my timing light.
Doug, you have a timing light?
I do, yeah.
Do you think we can borrow it real quick?
Awesome.
Hope you don't mind being on video.
No.
I already did a little intro that Jeff was coming up from J&M Engines
Nice.
to help me get this going.
Cool.
This is my engine builder right here.
Oh, thank you. Man, you did a nice job on the car. Real nice.
Well, it's been a lot of work. It sounds so good though. I mean, it just sounds powerful.
It should run really good, yeah.
Oh
Should
my
run real
gosh.
good. And the cam, and it's pretty mellow. It's on a 112 degree lobe separation angle, so it's. I don't know what kind of manifold vacuum it's gonna make, but if not, you can buy a vacuum pump. Because I'm gonna buy one for my Monza because I've almost crashed it a couple times because it's got no brakes. But you can put it. Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. So do you have a Mustang?
Yeah, I've got a 66 GT convertible.
Oh, nice. Nice. We just did a 347 for a 68
Oh,
Mustang down. Yeah, and it's a convertible too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so and they actually did Sonos did a really nice job painting it too. It looks really good.
Tell me when.
Go for it.
Things run so good, didn't want to stop.
Well, I hate it when they run on. I know.
What does that?
You know what you can do? Since it's a 4-speed car,
Yeah.
you can always power brake it and let the clutch out when you kill the engine.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
That's probably what I'll do.
That's what my buddy used to do in high school. But I think once you get the tack hooked up, I'd say get the idle down about 850, 900. Maybe it might have to stay at 1,000, but go ahead and hit it.
Got to get my switch.
And this is awesome. That's setting.
Okay, leave it.
Yeah, it looks good right
All
now. Yeah, because as it warmed up, it's
well, that was
strip in there.
That was Jay. He said this is where the setting should be. So
Jay charges a lot, but he
does.
good.
But
He's
yeah,
good.
you're right.
He's really good.
Yeah, that carb was tuned like it should be.
Yeah, and what you could do is after you drive it, take a plug reading.
All right.
Pull some plugs and make sure that they look. You know what color they need to look.
Yeah.
And you can always tell by how warm. These headers don't look bad. I don't know.
I have never seen headers do that.
If this thing
Smoke like that.
Obviously, if it's real lean, it's going to run hotter. If it's rich, it's going to run cooler. But man, I thought it was super rich in here at first, but it was the paint headers.
Sorry for making you inhale that.
Oh, little time.
But when we started it up, these headers got hot and the paint just let go.
Yeah, it was. We couldn't.
We couldn't breathe or
It
see.
was bad. It's bad. All right, we're good. Now, what I would do after it cools down, check the coolant level.
Yep.
Check the oil level.
Oil level, coolant level.
200 miles. You know what I would put in it for oil? Well, I've been talking to an older guy.
Yeah.
Straight 30 weight.
Really?
Valvoline VMAX, and put a little bit of zinc additive in it.
All right.
Yeah, he says the multi-viscosity oils in these things, he says they're always favored the lower viscosity, and they're just like water.
30 weight, huh?
He's like, he builds FEs all the time, and he's like, you know, I put straight 30 weight in these engines, so you can always put a bottle of zinc in that thing,
Okay.
because it'll just help your rock burns live longer.
All right.
It's just a high pressure, and it'll be good for the rollers too.
Okay.
So whatever oil, like the Valvoline VMAX is really good.
Okay.
But you could definitely
And
try the single 30 weight.
I'll try that.
Because he says when those engines were designed way back when, he says they didn't have multi-viscosity oils.
Well, it's not going to be a winter driver car either. You know, it's just going to be a.
And I think the lifters, they sound pretty decent. I don't think we need to go back and adjust
They do
them.
sound really good.
So that's good.
I just couldn't believe the snap that you hear in this engine when you accelerate it.
Yeah, it is real snappy. That's a lot had to do with carburetor too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have really a dead spot in
Yeah.
it, which is good.
And once we got the alternator belt tightened up,
That thing was squealing.
we had a horrible squeal. We had smoke everywhere.
Oh man. Well, like you predicted,
Yeah.
always something.
Yeah.
Can you guys get it pushed in?
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay. You look like you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
sure he can do it himself. I'll sit in the car and steer. Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe the thermostat is opened up now.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, and that's why I want to check.
Do you have a
my-
180 in it?
Yeah, 180.
Okay.
Is that good?
Well, you might. Honestly, if you don't like the thermostat, you may buy one of those restrictors that come with, I think it's 5/8, 11/16, 3/4 hole. That way it passes coolant all the time.
Right.
And usually, like the 5/8 works really well because it holds the coolant in the radiator long enough where it can dissipate its heat, but it gives it a constant flow.
I
If-
like that better.
What'll happen is it just can't keep up. The thermostat is, for some reason, it throws the system off. And is that a high flow water pump or just stock?
No, it's regular.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that was your recommendation too, just because
And that's
I-
just stuff that I've been hearing from
Yeah.
guys. They're like, you know, sometimes a high flow water pump will actually hurt you. You know, it'll move the water through the radiator too fast. And because obviously this has to, the warm coolant has to stay in here so it can dissipate its heat, and then it goes back into the engine, and it's just a constant transfer. So, but you'll have to drive it a little bit, and that'll be stuff that you'll figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go over all your bolts again.
All right.
Obviously, I mean the valve covers and stuff. You can try them, but I'm sure that they're gonna be able to go over all your intake bolts.
Okay.
Probably even the carb bolts.
Do I want to do torque spec on them or just
pull on
just
them.
a little bit?
Just pull on them. Yeah, just pull on them. It'll be fine.
Okay.
And we doubled up your distributor gaskets, I think, because
Yeah, we did.
we took so much off the decks and the heads. We didn't want to cram it in the pump.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna.
It's a beauty.
I think this thing will run better than I was saying one of those 496s you buy out of Jegs or something.
Yeah.
Those things they've got big heads on them, and they make really good power up top, but the drivability on them, they don't. This thing will stomp it down low in mid range, and that's where you're gonna be driving this car all the time.
Yeah.
So, cool.
It's awesome.